Hello everyone. In today's video, I will be talking about how the false belief of the perfect relationship could be affecting our happiness in our present relationship. All beliefs that we manage start becoming blockages to something that we want to perceive. We can't really perceive things the way they are if we have a filter or mask in front of us that doesn't allow us to see the real thing. So before we accumulated all these beliefs, we were completely neutral. We were able to observe things, and we started at that point forming our own ideas. That is a normal process of how humans work. We have a layer in the soul, that is the mental layer, that allows us to gather ideas and accumulate them in that campus of the layer of the mental layer. And we begin to use those ideas and thoughts and beliefs as our kind of shield. So before we see something, we have this shield of the soul that is in front of us that doesn't allow us to see what is there unless we go through all of these filters before. So let's say, imagine that you have 8 pairs of sunglasses and that you have accumulated 8 different memories or thoughts or beliefs in your life that are directly affecting your idea of how a relationship should be. Every time that you went through a relationship, or maybe you just observed how your parents treated each other, or even learned things from movies, soap operas, all these things, everything is part of your bank of memory, of that layer of the soul where things are accumulated. And also the emotional body at that point also could be coming in, because there are emotions related to those thoughts, and everything starts working, together. So imagine that you have recorded in all this through your life 8 times a really strong idea or belief of how a relationship should be. The first one was with your parents. They started fighting each other all the time, and so you created this idea of like, okay, marriage, there's going to be fights. Then there's another layer in which you had a relationship that didn't go that well, the person was a liar, and then you recorded confidence or trust issues. So that's another pair of sunglasses there. So you have one sunglasses that make you see things in certain color, and then you added another. Now you just don't see, it's not like you take one and then wear the other. You're going through you're putting both of them at the same time. So your idea start becoming a little bit hybrid. Now it's like, okay, you go through those 2. Then some other things happen, and in general, you end up with 8 different kinds of blockages or beliefs of how a relationship should be. They're not all negative, but they could be negative if they are different than what you're living right now. So if you saw something in a movie where this beautiful couple were so in love and everything was perfect and they never fought anywhere in their lives, so then that was something that you were going to put probably in the front. It's like, this is the relationship that I want. That's going to be your main pair of glasses in there, and you're going to be analyzing everything from like, hey, wait, but I saw in that movie that that's possible, and I want to believe that I can be like them. So then your relationship on the other side is unique. It has its own personality. It's whatever you have created with the other person, the exchange of energies is just what it is. And it will never be what you have in mind, because nothing can really be modified to be seen the way you see it. You are the only one who can see things that way, because you have recorded these experiences that no one else has. You're the only one who knows what you want as far as relationship. And that could be really blocking your happiness. You have to release all those beliefs about what you think relationships should be, about what you think happiness and being with another person should be, and living with someone, and all these other things that come with being in a relationship. You need to release all those ideas to be able to observe what your relationship really is, who that person is. Is that person the character of the movie that you were watching, or is like the personification of that character? No, he's somebody else, or she is unique. So it will never be, or is unfair to think that that person can fulfill that expectation of being someone else, or fulfilling that belief of what a relationship should be. And this will happen with all your relationships. So this relationship, if it doesn't work, will become another extra pair of sunglasses through which you're going to see now 9 different filters before you can see the real person that is in front of you, or the real interaction that there is in a relationship. So unless you restructure your soul and you really say, okay, I'm done with these beliefs, I want to be present, be completely aware, and be here and just observe this relationship for what it is. And that way I can decide, or I can enjoy it. Finally, for the first time, you'll be like, it seems like a whole new thing. It's like a new relationship. I've never seen this relationship like that before. Because you see it like the way it is. And you know what is beautiful about this too, is that if you're able to do that, you can see that relationship every day as a new relationship, because it will show you something. You're allowing yourself to see it for the first time. So every day that you go through a situation, you won't be triggering, man, this guy in the movie that I saw wouldn't have done that like that. So you're giving the chance to that relationship to be what it is. And then from there, you can decide, if it's worth your time, or if you're willing to stay together. Then there's a whole different, interaction at that point. But it's important that you can release these beliefs, release these ideas, so you can really experience that. Especially if you're going through some situation right now in which you're doubting, should I do this or that? The first thing you need to do is to analyze if you're coming from really analyzing this relationship. Have you given it the chance to show you what it is, or you're coming from all these beliefs that you could have recorded before? So in the book of The Power of the Elevation of Consciousness, I have mentioned different techniques that you use to reset the soul, and all these things that you can do yourself. And also, there are many other videos that I shared about my work and how I have released, or I work releasing energetic imbalances with the soul reprogramming method or other therapies. So all those can always help you, and you can have a better idea of really what happens in the background of the soul. Okay, very good. I hope that this helped you in any way, and that you can get to understand really what is the mechanics of this accumulation of beliefs. And please try to release them all, because we will not know which one of those beliefs really is causing the issue. I mean, you have to get rid of all, because they are like some hybrid thing. These 9 pairs of sunglasses become one filter. So you can't really say if the situation with your parents or it was your last relationship, but it's making you see this relationship like different. So you will have to go one by one and honestly release each one of those ideas. And by the time you bring them out to the surface, they start losing power, because these are subconscious processes. And what is important for subconscious processes is that they are hiding. So if they become public, or they surface, then they don't have that power anymore. It's like, okay, I know, so I don't want to do that. And if you continue bringing back that pattern, it's because you want to experience that. So at that point, it will be like getting rid of a habit. At that point, maybe you have developed certain satisfaction of being in a situation that is familiar for you. So if you were in a situation, let's say that your parents, like I said before, they will argue a lot, so then you're bringing that to your relationship because that is familiar, and everybody is looking for what is familiar for them. It feels comfortable. So you need to be aware of that too, and see how you can stop yourself every time that you're going to fall into that game of, listen the habit, and just stop it right there and say, no, I'm not going to react to this. I'm not going to follow the habit. I'm reprogramming my habit now, and in a few times it will stop happening. It does stop. Like, if you can stop your habit, it will stop from coming back. So that's another thing that you can do, and there are many other ways to get rid of habits. But first get rid of the beliefs, and then if you still do it, then it's a habit, work with the habit, and then you should be able to have more neutrality in the way you see things and your relationship in general. Thank you very much, and you can watch more videos like this at healersofthelight.com/videos. Thank you.